So, to introduce the assignment, the purpose was to gain experience and familiarity with the NoSQL database management systems, and the way we did that was through the project objective of using Twitter APIs to store tweets in MongoDB, create a Python program to connect to the Mongo database, read in a Twitter database, and develop reports on it, and finally generate an interactive map. And to do this project, we used some softwares including Twitter, JSON, Python, MongoDB, and HTML pages. So there were some files that were included, including national parks as a CSV file. And the benefit to this type of data is that it was realistic, versatile, and comprehensive data, and it allows analyses of park tweets, environmental awareness, and tourist insights about all these parks listed in the CSV file. They displayed information about the park's name and location, and the Twitter IDs associated with the parks, and the number of tweets from each ID. And like I said, the Twitter data was saved as a JSON file, and it looks like this. This is a short snippet. And regarding database creation, we had to use a developer account to access the data and to attain access to, we had to use Twitter API keys and tokens to read the data into Python. And Twitter's data is in JSON formats, and Mongo is a NoSQL relational database. This is very good because Mongo stores data in similar formats to JSON. So it automatically is good for converting JSON files and representing data in that form. JSON is also flexible and nestable, which is why it was a good fit for Twitter. Nestable meaning you're able to nest certain attributes inside of others as aspects of them. NoSQL is also scalable, meaning it can handle large amounts of data, making it the perfect fit as well in this project. And the fact that there's no schema required makes the data modifiable very easily, and MongoDB also has high query performances. Regarding the database creation, this is the code that I used to load the data into MongoDB. And now we'll move on to the queries that I used to extract some certain insights from the data. Over here, we found the first query was to access the top 10 Twitter users by park. And then as you can see over here, this is the code that we implemented. It's an aggregate. It's an aggregate type of query, and where we print every single R in record. And these are the top 10, the first one being Badlands and PS. The second query was parks with a high follower count, and this one uses a find method, and we searched for followers greater than 100,000, and these were some of the ones included in the first few. The next query, we found the number of retweets, and it was 0 for all of them, surprisingly. So the query number 4 was to search through the text for a particular word, and this used the find method again on the collection, using regex to search through the regular expressions for the word picture. And then, as we see here in the comments, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. And this is the interactive map that we displayed. So the interactive map that we generated through HTML, this is a piece of that code, as you can see here. And here's the map. And if you click on any of the blue icons, you'll see the name of the park listed, the state it's in, as well as the year it's founded, and the number of tweets contained in that park's account. So regarding some conclusions and reflections, before I continue to that, the fifth query that I included, I thought I already updated this presentation, but it was another search feature to search for a word that contained water. So it searched and found bodies of water in the parks nearby. It was very similar to query number 4, but instead of the word picture, essentially the main difference is that this word was water, as we can see later. So some regarding some conclusions and reflections. The the project was very good in gaining familiarity uh, with the SQL queries, Python, Twitter API integration, connecting MongoDB and Python, and implementing libraries like Tweepy, Pandas, PyMongo, and more. However, gaining familiarity with the remote desktop as well as its slowness and its foreignness to me was a challenge, uh, as well as MongoDB and the syntax of SQL and Python, since it was a pretty new concept. But overall, it was a very interesting, beneficial, realistic, and entertaining project. And thank you for your time.